At 9:02 a.m., my calendar notification disappeared. Not rescheduled, not moved, deleted. That was the first signal. Small, easy to miss, the kind of thing you notice only when your body already senses change. 2 minutes later, my phone vibrated on the desk. An email. Subject line, quick meeting. No explanation, no agenda. Just a conference room number and a time that had already passed. By 9:02, I was still employed. By 9:07, I wasn't. No warning, no performance discussion, no chance to respond or correct anything. That's how quickly trust can end, when the decision has already been rehearsed and your presence is just a formality. I had been at the company for 4 years, not quietly, not invisibly. I was the person problems were forwarded to when escalation felt risky, the one teams relied on when timelines slipped and leadership wanted solutions without attention. I stayed late, not to be noticed, but because unfinished work followed me home if I didn't finish it. I fixed things that never appeared in reports, closed gaps no one formally owned. My manager used to say my name in meetings with relief. Give that to her, she'll handle it. I believed that meant something. I believed consistency accumulated credit, that professionalism was remembered when decisions were made. It turns out, belief is not leverage. The meeting lasted 6 minutes. HR was already seated when I walked in. My manager didn't stand, didn't meet my eyes. There was a script. You can hear it when people stop speaking naturally and start reading from memory. Organizational restructuring, not performance-related, effective immediately. I waited for the pause, the moment where questions are allowed. It didn't come. My badge would be deactivated by noon, my access revoked within the hour, my role eliminated as of now. I asked one question. Why wasn't I told earlier? My manager finally looked up. This was decided late. That was the lie. I knew because the documents on the table were dated the week before, margins finalized, language approved. But I didn't challenge it. I nodded, signed nothing, collected nothing. I stood, thanked them for their time, and walked out. At 9:08 a.m., the door closed behind me. Anger didn't arrive immediately. First came stillness. There's a specific calm that appears when an outcome is final and the performance is over. No more decoding tone, no more managing impressions, just facts. I sat in my car and didn't start the engine, didn't call anyone, didn't post anything. I watched employees badge in through the front entrance, unaware that my name had already been removed from internal systems. At 9:21, I checked my phone. A message from a client. They were asking for confirmation on a report scheduled for that afternoon, a report only I knew how to generate correctly. That's when recalibration began. By 9:30 a.m., 3 things were clear. First, they expected an emotional reaction, shock, pleading, anger. Second, they believed speed reduced risk. Third, they had not audited dependencies. I had never hoarded knowledge intentionally, but systems don't reward documentation, they reward momentum. Over time, workflows bend toward the people who maintain them. Processes become informal. Ownership becomes assumed. I knew where the gaps were, which approvals lived in conversations, which fixes existed only because I remembered them. Not secrets, just realities no one had bothered to map. I didn't rush. I went home, made coffee, sat at the table. I opened a notebook. At the top of the page, I wrote the time, 9:42 a.m. Then I listed only what was true. No accusations, no interpretations, just cause and effect. At 10:03, my manager emailed. Subject, quick question. I didn't open it. At 10:17, HR followed up. They asked if I could briefly assist with a transition issue. I let it sit. Silence isn't avoidance when it's deliberate. It's positioning. At 10:41, the client called. I let it ring twice, then answered. I spoke calmly, professionally. I told them I was no longer with the company as of that morning, that I wanted to ensure continuity, that certain deliverables might be delayed unless reassigned to someone familiar with the system. They paused. Then they asked the question that shifted the day. Who else understands it? I told them the truth. No one fully. By 11:30 a.m., emails were circulating internally. I wasn't copied, but patterns are predictable. Missed deadlines create noise. Noise attracts attention. At noon, my badge was officially deactivated. At 12:07, my manager called again. This time I answered. The tone had changed, not apologetic, concerned. They asked if I'd be open to a short call to clarify a few things. We spoke for 3 minutes. They asked if I could come in to explain the reporting workflow. I asked one question. Am I employed? Silence. No. Then I'm unavailable. I hung up. No anger, no lecture, just boundaries. At 1:14 p.m., legal reached out. They wanted to discuss post-termination obligations. I replied with one sentence. I'm happy to comply with my contract. Nothing more. At 1:46, the client escalated. They requested a meeting with senior leadership, not about me, about risk. At 2:30 p.m., my former director entered the chain. They used my first name, not my title. They asked if I'd consider a short-term consulting arrangement to ensure stability. This was the first visible shift. They were no longer explaining, they were asking. I didn't respond immediately. I waited until 3:12 p.m. Then I wrote, I'm open to discussing terms. The call happened at 3:40 p.m. Different tone, different language. They asked what it would take. I told them, a consulting rate triple my previous hourly, written acknowledgement that my termination was procedural, not performance-based. A clause ensuring client-facing communication reflected that. No emotion, no history, just terms. They asked for time. I gave them 7 minutes. At 4:47 p.m., the agreement arrived in my inbox, signed. I never raised my voice that day, never threatened, never asked for fairness. I let the system speak. By removing me abruptly, they exposed how much depended on quiet labor, how speed without reflection creates vulnerability. Justice didn't arrive loudly, it arrived precisely at 4:47 p.m., before the workday ended. I didn't celebrate. I closed my laptop, went for a walk. What stayed with me wasn't satisfaction, it was clarity. Betrayal often assumes collapse, that the person pushed aside will scramble, explain, beg. Sometimes the most disruptive response is stillness, the refusal to perform pain on demand. I didn't win because I was clever. I won because I waited. And when the moment came, I spoke only once. That's the thing about quiet decisions. They don't announce themselves. They just arrive, right on time.